Hello, my friends. Hey, I was going to do a nice vlog outside, but it's pouring rain, and I'm in beautiful downtown Wichita, Kansas, visiting my beautiful wife, who I haven't seen for several weeks. And we went away a little bit over the weekend for a mini vacation, and we floated the Nag Nawaga River, I believe it was. It was really cool. It was a lot of fun. And we went with some of her girls and some of their friends that they grew up with, and people that Brenda has known for a long, long time. Anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit. My sister posted a meme not too long ago about how the only person that can change you is you, and I thought that that was really quite poignant point to talk about today for a minute. And so I wanted to, I've been observing how we try to change everybody and everything around us because for some reason, and we may not realize it at the time, we're feeling uncomfortable. And so we want to try to manipulate circumstances and people to conform so we don't have to be uncomfortable anymore. And I've observed people who are very frustrated and angry and try to do this with people because of that. They don't, and oftentimes they don't realize that that's what they're doing or why they're doing that or why they're so frustrated with everything and everybody. And you've heard me say this many, many times before. Also, the only person that you can change at the end of the day is you. That's the only person that you have control over. And you, my beautiful wife, loves to say, but you got to let people be who they are and love them anyways. And she is so correct, and that is a profound truth. Even if you don't agree with what they're doing now, if somebody's doing some extreme stuff that you don't want to be around, that doesn't mean you have to be around them, especially if they're family or friends. You don't, you can still love them from afar, but you don't have to be around some of the stuff that they're doing if it's that bad. But some of the stuff is not that, it's ridiculous that people trying to manipulate you into doing things that they think you should be doing. It's like, who cares? Nobody died. What, you know, I that's not my cup of tea, so I don't do that sort of thing. But it's wild. It's wild. And I've also noticed that people they get frustrated when they start some project or venture or business or whatever it might be, and it doesn't pan out as quickly or the way they thought it would, and so immediately they start focusing on who to blame, and start complaining about the problems. And now I don't know about you, but in my experience, um, complaining and about the problems and people to blame, even if some of them were legitimately to blame for some of the things they did, but still complaining about it and getting upset and focusing your energy on that absolutely never changed the reason why I was complaining in the first place. How about you? Ever changed it for you? No, it doesn't. And sometimes it compounds the problem because that negative energy is getting put out there into the quantum field, so to speak. Now, and you've heard me say this before too, quantum physics has proven that our thoughts and our energies change reality. We all grew up to believe that when we observe something, that it's already there and we're just the observer and we don't have any control over it. Well, quantum physics says otherwise. Quantum physics says that it's not there until we observe it. It doesn't exist until we observe it. And so, look up the double slit experiment on YouTube and check that out. It's wild. It really is wild. But anyways, I just wanted to say, I'm all about trying to stay in the positive energy stream, and I'm trying to help other people get in that stream and stay there. And sometimes I know it's not easy, especially after a lifetime of habits about being negative about stuff, especially when things go wrong or we have problems with something. And so the bottom line is you have to become the observer and say, okay, maybe so and so did this and that, and it would have been better if they didn't. But I can't change that now. I can't change the past. I can only create the future. So what can I do now? How do I go forward from here? There's a really great video out there by a guy named Jocko Willink, and he's a former Navy SEAL, and it's called Extreme Ownership. Go on YouTube and type in Extreme Ownership. In fact, I'm going to name this video part partly extreme ownership. Maybe hopefully it'll tag along on some of his videos when it comes up in the feed when you're looking on YouTube. But it's true, and he talks about a time during war when a whole bunch of things went wrong and people died and certain things happened and so on, and how there was plenty of blame to go around by many different people. But since he was the officer in charge, he took full responsibility for everything, and how freeing that is in your life. And Jocko's pretty intense, but he's spot on in what he's saying. If you take extreme ownership in everything that you do, uh, and that you're responsible for, regardless of if somebody actually did something, made a mistake or what have you. Again, the only person you can change is you, and moving forward. This inspired his men to take responsibility for their actions too, without him having to blame them. And I thought that was really is quite profound. So go look that up, extreme ownership. It's awesome. Anyways, I'm going to cut this off now, and I'll put this on all my channels and see where it goes. And hopefully it's something to think about, my friends. So keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other, one step in front of the other. You know, flip that script. Don't let the negative energy overcome you, and run those programs that have been there sometimes for years. All right. Take care, my friends. And how do I end this recording? Okay. Oh, there we go.